Welcome to Beyond the Trailer's coverage of the 2015 Academy Awards, giving you an in-depth look at the top categories. Not only will these videos get you ready for the big night, but they'll allow you to make informed decisions when you vote in Beyond the Trailer's annual Oscar poll. The link is in the video description. Now let's take a look at the second half of the 8 nominees for Best Picture.
The Imitation Game.
Now, as we all know, Harvey Weinstein is the Oscar whisperer, and this is his baby this year. It's a little traditional, which worked for him with The King's Speech, but not so much with Philomena. But The Imitation Game has 2 secret weapons. One, it stars Benedict Cumberbatch, who's been on the cusp of Hollywood stardom for, well, a tad too long now. If Marvel can't make him into a movie star with Doctor Strange, for which he was quite literally their last choice, then no one can. Harvey, though, is trying to make him an Oscar winner, and he is indeed nominated for the first time. The other secret weapon is that The Imitation Game celebrates the life and exposes the persecution of Alan Turing. Turing is widely credited with discovering the path to the modern-day computer, and he is also the UK's dirty secret. While he helped the government win World War II, he was later treated like a criminal by that very same government for his homosexuality, which eventually led to his suicide. In the old days, the Academy would have leapt at the chance to name such a film Best Picture, but after Brokeback Mountain, Boys Don't Cry, Milk, Beginners, and more, they've already done much to honor the gay community. That, of course, shouldn't detract from the importance of Turing's tragic story, yet this nomination might be considered enough in a very competitive year with more outside-the-box contenders.
Selma.
While The Imitation Game is unlikely to win Best Picture, Selma almost certainly will not. In many ways, this is a pity nomination, as the Academy snubbed Selma for Best Actor and Best Director, categories where it was recognized by many other award committees. Furthermore, many feel that Selma is a lock for Best Original Song, John Legend and Common's Glory, which will suffice in giving it that all-important Oscar winner label. And ironically, while Selma is produced by the same team as last year's winner, 12 Years a Slave, Academy voters this year might not be eager to repeat the same Oscar narrative. Again, what this year's Oscars are about, which is highlighted by the Best Picture win. It's a shame, though, that politics would keep this Martin Luther King Jr. bio from being recognized, especially when the Gandhi and William Wallace bios both won big. Yet the Malcolm X and Nelson Mandela bios did not. Uh-oh, that does not look good.
The Theory of Everything.
Yes, it would seem the second half of the Best Picture nominees isn't very strong, as The Theory of Everything is also unlikely to take the top honor. By expanding the Best Picture category to include up to 10 nominees, the Academy has created a situation where a Best Picture nomination is now included to complete a popular film's Oscar experience. And The Theory of Everything is certainly a popular film when it comes to the Oscars. It has 5 nominations, and none of those are in secondary categories either. We're talking Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Score. That last one is The Theory of Everything's best bet, although it's a real nail-biter as to whether or not Eddie Redmayne can beat out Michael Keaton for Best Actor. So in short, The Theory of Everything is nominated for Best Picture because this is the one category where Academy voters have enough room to spread the love and not have to make tough choices. And to think, the Academy increased the number of Best Picture nominations in the wake of the Dark Knight snub to try and get different types of films into this category.
Whiplash.
People rarely mean it when they say it's an honor just to be nominated, but that's a legitimate sentiment when it comes to Whiplash. That's because this nomination is going to take a lot of people's careers to the next level, even without a win, which it won't get. Yes, this is another case of a lock in another category, Best Supporting Actor, knocking it out of contention here. Yet now, Miles Teller is suddenly the star of a Best Picture nominee. Fox has got to love that with their upcoming Fantastic Four reboot. And Damien Chazelle, with just his second feature, suddenly has his work anointed by Oscar. This is also another huge win for Sundance, as Whiplash found success at the festival first as a short and then, with that momentum, returned as a feature the following year to garner even more success and begin its path towards Oscar. But perhaps most incredulous is that Jason Blum, the guy who makes all the horror films and the upcoming Gem and the Holograms movie, is now an Oscar-nominated producer. Talk about a diverse portfolio! As many in the industry and the audience hope to break the Academy's elitist habits, such a nomination could definitely be a step in the right direction. And that's the second half of the 2015 Best Picture nominees. You can check out the first half by clicking here. And don't forget to vote in Beyond the Trailer's annual Oscar poll via the link in the video description. Support your favorites or use the write-in section to deliver justice. I'm Grace Randolph, and I hope you'll check out the rest of BTT's Oscar coverage right now.